I will call the member for Hughes again.
Thank you, Speaker. I'd just like to take this time to make some of the Australian public aware of some of the radically higher prices that Australian consumers are paying for electricity compared to what is available in the United States of America. And we know, Deputy Speaker, from an article in the Daily Telegraph published in Sydney today, that in the state of Virginia, they're enjoying prices, or retail prices, for residential prices of around 15 cents a kilowatt hour. Now, Deputy Speaker, it wasn't that long ago that Australia enjoyed equivalent or even lower prices for electricity than the USA. But, Deputy Speaker, compared to the 15 cents per kilowatt hour that consumers in Virginia enjoy, consumers in Australia, Deputy Speaker, are paying upwards of 40 cents a kilowatt hour. We are not 25% or 50% or even 100% higher, Deputy Speaker. We are more like 150% higher than Australian consumers pay. And it's not just the state of Virginia. I have here the table from the American Energy Information Administration for Energy, and it lists the average price for electricity to end-user consumers. A few other states, Deputy Speaker. Illinois, 16 cents a kilowatt hour. Florida, these are in Australian dollars, Deputy Speaker, converted to Australia, say Australian cents, converted to Australian. Florida, 12.12 US cents, the equivalent of 15.3 Australian cents. Georgia, 14.4 Australian cents. North Carolina, 14.8 cents. Kentucky, 13.8 cents. Louisiana, 12.3 cents. Oklahoma, 13.9 cents. Deputy Speaker, how are we going to have a competitive economy, attract the investment going forward, if we have electricity prices that are 2 and 3 times higher than what they are against America? And then there's the corporate tax rate, Deputy Speaker. We've seen the US reducing their corporate tax rate, Deputy Speaker, to 21%. We've seen a flow of investment as a result of that into the USA. We've seen wages, companies giving out, thousands of companies giving out $1,000 bonuses to their workers because of the reduction in the corporate tax rate. And yet we have members on the other side of the parliament that can't even have the smallest of won't even agree to the smallest of corporate tax rate reductions in Australia from 30% to 27.5%. Deputy Speaker, getting back to the price of energy. The simple reason the cost of electricity has exploded in Australia is because of the lack of baseload coal generations. You can see it in all the numbers. The maths is there. When the Northern Power Station was closed down, prices in South Australia skyrocketed. It was closed down and actually blown up, physically blown up. When the Hazelwood Power Station closed down and was not replaced with baseload power, Deputy Speaker, the prices throughout all the states in the national grid have skyrocketed. In fact, if we look, Deputy Speaker, we go back only to 2012, just a few years ago, Deputy Speaker, and the average wholesale prices for electricity in New South Wales were $29. In South Australia, they were $30, and in Victoria, they were $27. For the first month of this year, Deputy Speaker, in New South Wales, when we had that average of 2012 of less than $30, they've been $84. In South Australia, the average price $101. In Victoria, the average price $99. That's the wholesale price of electricity. And that's, Deputy Speaker, why we've seen today AGL release their profits. And, we should always try and encourage companies and congratulate them when they report high profits. But, Deputy Speaker, in this case, The additional profits that AGL have made have simply been the result of higher wholesale prices in the market, which flow through to consumers in higher retail prices. We need to fix up our power
The member's
system,
time
and
has
baseload
concluded.
power